jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk, I talk the talk, I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how that just happened, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cincinnati Bengals. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Throwing on first down, Chamberlain. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Chamberlain. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line. Let's go.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Off-play action, Chamberlain. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Chamberlain. Connection made with Chanel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run it here with Logan. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Chamberlain. That'll be Complete to Allen Lazard. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. A good pickup there, a 22. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
On 1st and 10, Chamberlain. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. From 21 yards away.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Julian Okwara.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To throw on 2nd down. Chamberlain. Throw left side complete. That's Logan. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Chamberlain. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Julian Okwara
in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
On 1, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back to Mixon on first down. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19. A good pickup there at 22.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Burrow. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They run again with Logan. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Back to throw. Chamberlain. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They run with Logan. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, is what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal.
On the carry, it's Logan. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chipping.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On second down, here's Burrow.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Here we go.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's the option, running right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ready?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go play action with Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right?
Come on, ready?
No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also...
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Bengals are back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Two minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. This is Logan. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And they'll send the slot in motion left. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Now that's a mountain of a man to just make that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Here we go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. First down. Here's Burrow. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again, Chamberlain.
And that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Chamberlain. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. 20, 10. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
So an incredible turn of events there. The final play in the half results in a blocked field goal return, and the lead changes hands with zeros on the clock.
Can you imagine the confusion going through the brain of the head coach right now? Because it changes the pep talk, doesn't it? He's ready to go in and read them the riot act. Instead, all of a sudden, he's winning. What does he say to the team now?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Mixon on the counter. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark it down at the 39.
69 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second down at 4. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Russell Gage, 34 yards. And the Buccaneers have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 17-14.
Bengals 14.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mixon on the toss right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Burrow on play action. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go.
From just shy of midfield, Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mixing up the middle. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
97 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow, he's going to get this one out to his fullback.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here we go, here we go.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bengals have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Chamberlain.
Gets it out quick. It's Gage on the slant.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. Well, with them trailing here in the 2nd half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold it a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Logan. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Fournette trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1. Up the middle they go. Logan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Bucs have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that gives him a 3-point lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Here's Burrow.
And that's complete downfield to Parker.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a give to Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
11 MT paint.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. McPherson's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over by the net. But they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Here we go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
Now Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Cincinnati. 51 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
12.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
133 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. A handoff to Mixon. And he bulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
Joe Mixon
with career touchdown number 75.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. McPherson on for the point after.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Chamberlain. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. It's Logan.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Chamberlain. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. They went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Big 3rd down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Logan. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Logan.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop the throw. Able to find Lazard. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Bucs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Bengals 31.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A good game there on 1st down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here we go.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Well, let's see, the Bucs with 6 DB, so a dime set here on 3rd down. Burrow.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Burrow. And again back to Komet. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
11.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Here we go.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Throwing, Burrow. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Now Burrow.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
To throw, Burrow.
Open man is Higgins. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Burrow.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd, carry it into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans are holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, they're not the ones who actually make that call.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
11 mighty.
First throw in overtime now for Burrow.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here we go.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
11 mighty. 12.
Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. So not only the interception, but now they've got it 1st and goal after the pick. And, I mean, heck, Charles, they could go ahead and trot out the kicking team here and win it.
They absolutely could, but what I would do is hand it off inside a couple of times and make sure my running back has both hands over the football, body covering it, and I kick it on 3rd down. That way, if something goes awry with the snap, we still have 4th down to try it again and win the ball game.
Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game here is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
They run again with Logan. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down about the 2. All right, well, they didn't kick it on 2nd down, now 3rd and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it, because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on 4th down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage, you fall on it, you get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it'll be a hot time in Ybor tonight. The Bucs have won the football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to 1-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Bucs, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.